Welcome back to this week's edition of Community Crossroads. We heard earlier from mayoral candidate David Crook, and now we go on to the next candidate who filed. He may be familiar to most Victoria residents who tune into city council meetings, but before we hear from him, we want to remind you that early voting has started and will end on the Tuesday before the big day, so make sure you get out and vote before the holiday weekend creeps up on you. And so let's go ahead and welcome Jeff Bauknight, City Councilman for District 3 and mayoral candidate.
Yes.
Let's talk about why you decided to file. Was this always in the plans?
This was not always in the plans. It was solely because of the passing of Raleigh McCoy that I decided to run. Felt it was imperative that we have someone from City Council continue the direction and with the leadership style that Mayor McCoy had, set us on the path with, and I felt it was real important that we didn't change course. We had a lot of momentum behind us and want to continue that.
Excellent. And talk to me about your professional background and what you think, qualifies you to be the mayor of the city.
I started off as a design engineer, designing mechanical and electrical plumbing systems for commercial buildings, and then after that went to work for Intel Corporation in their corporate construction department. And that was very unique because I never thought I'd live outside of Texas. I'm a very proud Texan. And 6 months after hiring on, I was living in Oregon. And then we moved to Arizona, worked in New Mexico for 6-8 months. And then we moved to Ireland for about a year and did a project over there. And it was about that time we decided that we probably wanted to move back closer to home. We started a family, and we decided that we wanted to come to Victoria, and that was back in 2004. Have a mechanical contracting business here, and I've been doing that for the last 17 years.
Wow. And what issues are you passionate about most? I know Mayor Raleigh McCoy was a real advocate for the homeless in the town, and I guess what are you most passionate about when it comes to the city?
The city, regional economic development for me stands out a lot. I spend a lot of my time now doing that. And then I want to make sure that the entire city gets lifted up with that. Not just one area or the other, but if we can increase our tax base, we have the potential then to maybe lower some tax rates as everybody's appraised value keeps rising. And that's my main passion right now is that economic development side.
Yeah, more sales tax means more funds that the city can put to use.
Yes, sales tax, and I'm excited about this ruling that the comptroller has where it's destination source taxing. So the big box warehouses like Best Buys and Amazons, now the taxes will be sent back locally to us if you buy online. So that's going to be very important for us, I think, in the future.
And talk to me about what do you do when you're not, busy with business? What do you do for fun?
Well, spend time with my family is number one. We have 2 great daughters, and one's away at college, so now that time that she's back home or I get to go spend with her is very important to me. I have one more that's a senior, so going to her tennis matches is top priority for me to make. And then when I can, I love to hunt and fish. Absolutely love being out there. And then I do woodworking, and when I can, and it's not too hot in the garage. And occasionally I get in a round of golf. I used to play quite often and not near enough anymore.
And so you've been on City Council since 2013.
Yes, that's correct.
What, I guess, are you most proud of as far as your work as a City Councilman?
There's a lot. I think working to foster a real team atmosphere with the City Council members. We work very well together. I'm very, very proud of that. There's a lot of mutual trust and respect on the council right now, and that's been a long time coming, but I think we're there, and I'm really, really happy with that. We've improved street construction standards. Dr. Young had actually brought that up, but I think it's very important for the council. God, there's so many things to go through over the years. But
there's golf carts.
Yes, we got golf carts where you can use them in some residential streets. We've got a new program coming up in the park in December that I'm excited about. We've partnered with Texas Parks and Wildlife on.
The duck pond.
The duck pond's coming. Yes, that's another one too. I'm glad that we got a grant writer on board and we're pursuing more grants. One of the great achievements that I like is, as a council, we picked Jesus Garza.
Yes.
And I think he's been very instrumental in really transforming the way we do things and the way that we look at things, and brought a bunch of fresh new ideas to us, and that's probably one of the best decisions we've made.
And what's it been like, you know, working together as City Council through the loss of Mayor McCoy these last couple months?
It's brought us a lot closer. You know, after he passed, you know, we talked a lot, and I think as a council we probably visit more on a personal level now than we did before, realizing that life is fragile, and you know, we really respect everybody that's on there and enjoy our time with them, because we do spend a lot of time with each other. It's a little tough to do it on the personal side because, you know, we can't gather in more than 3, so there can't be 4 of us in a room at one time, so it's always kind of difficult from that perspective, but I just really enjoy everybody on there.
Well, I think that's a really important message to share with people. You know, really savor the time you have with your loved ones and make the impact that you can on your community. So thank you, Jeff, for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
And best of luck on your candidacy. Up next, we'll hear from the 3rd candidate for mayor, Emmett Alvarez, who previously served on council. We'll be right back.